Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Right, today we could set a What Map record for consistency. What do I mean by that? Well, Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday of this week, spoiler alert if you've not seen them, you're going back, skipped about another minute forward. We scored 3 stars for aesthetics, 2 stars for detail and 3 stars for gameplay potential. We've done 3 exact same scores in a row before. We've never done 4. So today, if we do a 3-2-3, well, that'd be the first time ever, wouldn't it? It's a real life location. It's a 1:2 scale, so a half scale rendition of a location in Russia from a creator we've done once before. But before we have a look at it, I'd like you to have a little look for that button, please. That's right, clicking that like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day. Thank you for your support. Today's map is Samara 1-2 by Accurate. Oh. Every time. Okay, let's have a little look at the start square. That looks good. That looks very, very good. The city sprawls off towards the right from there in real life. You can see how it's been smoothed out as well for it. Very nice. There is your height map and a very interesting water's edge for there as well. Resources, we got a bit of field painting, but that's not a big problem with that really, is there? Is there? Nah. And then fishing, if you want to do some fishing, looks just like that. If you've got Sunset Harbour, that is. Off to the workshop. What do we need? A few subscriptions, but not too much today. Some for the bushes even. The Lenin statue, which we will find if we look hard enough for it. We'll be using the Moraine Farmlands theme and the dark green LUT. Okay, good. Down to ground level. Right, the road and the rail will be running parallel with each other today, so we will be talking about those simultaneously. And you see how nicely smoothed out it is, and you may have noticed a stray tree in the road. If that's the only stray tree on the roads in this map, I'm happy to let that one go. Now, we've done them once in the past, episode 1130, so fairly recently, where they scored the pass mark 9 stars. 9 stars is a solid score. If you get 9 stars, you should be quite happy. I mean, you shouldn't be delighted, but I'm not saying your map's rubbish. I'm saying it's absolutely fine. 3 stars across the board is perfectly acceptable. We have got a few trees. Now, again, everybody's first map review at some point. These are caused by a mod called Anarchy, which I have set to always on, so detailers can detail on top of highways or under rocks and things like that, however they wish to. And of course, a completely vanilla map, you would never see these. Once we get to having a few subscriptions, then the questions would arrive. Actually, will you want these on? Will you not want these on? Who knows? Who knows whether... I mean, clearly they don't, but there we are. This is quite a steep bit of hill here. Admittedly, remember, we are 1-2 scale, so this is like the double the steepness of what it should be. Still possibly a little bit steeper than a real-life rail would be able to handle, but it's the world of Cities Skylines, we can completely overlook. We are going up and over, though, a vanilla wishbone there. Up and over, and I've not checked the map. I'm pretty sure that the rail remains at ground level. Possibly goes through a cutting at that point. Possibly. Maybe. Whatever. Anyway, today's map, the strength of the map is in the shape of the waterfront. Accurate O has picked a really lovely location for the shapes of the waterfront, and this is going to be the part of the map where you will either just want to play it because of the shape of the rivers and the swampy type areas, or you'll not want to touch it at all. Now, the rail ends here and the highway ends here, down where the start square is. Now, while the map is a fairly accurate rendition of the area, the networks aren't. The networks are drawn completely from imagination, as best I can tell. I did have a look at this the highways and such. That one goes off to the edge of the map over there, and they don't seem to tie up to this. I might be wrong, but certainly from Google Earth I couldn't see any obvious mirroring of these routes, but there we are. Anyway, and this will head out through the forests, literally through the forests, and these of course are part of your tree count as well, but there's not too many under there in terms of affecting the overall tree count. Right, I'll be back after the intermission with a little look at the shipping.
Are your soggy little Sims constantly getting even more soggy? Are you continuously drowning your trees and soaking your city? Then you need BonBonB's flood management tutorial. Click the information button now.
And so back to the shipping at Samara. Samara wanted to buy Acura. Oh dear. Okay, the shipping looks fine. As long as we can stay down the middle of these rivers, I think we're going to be perfectly fine. Because cross-country shipping routes aren't really a thing. Not since like hovercrafts become a little bit outdated. Hey kids, have you seen hovercrafts? What? Hovercrafts? Really? Yeah, they existed. They did. I think they still do on like a small level, but the big ones, the ones that used to take cars across the English Channel. Oh, water flow. Sorry, let's get excited here. Yeah, we've got water flow going through the start square. It's not the strongest, but it's definitely strong enough, certainly wide enough and deep enough to be able to handle whatever you throw into it. Right, the map as a whole, I think it has a Russian kind of feel to it. I think going with the dark green LUT really does give you a really brooding feel to the map, and there's got to be something to be said for that. The dark green LUT does give a brooding feel. What was I going to say next? Oh, let's go and have a look at the factory. I did have a point to make. Oh, the trees. That's right. Yeah. Oh, this is the little feature area. I can't match this up to anything in real life, but we have found the Lenin statue. Okay. Right, we've done that. No, the trees. Yes. There's more than the minimum number. I think it's about 500,000, pushing on for 500,000 trees on the map. So you'll probably want to have the unlimited tree mod with this one if you don't already use mods. That is one that's going to allow you to have more than the maximum. It's about 260,000 trees is the maximum the game will allow, and using the mod allows you to up that number. So yes, unlimited tree mod recommended for today's map. Although not listed in the requirements, so I suppose it should affect the aesthetic score, because you probably won't have all the trees that you can see here without it. In fact, you won't have all the trees here without it. We have got over here, we've got some farmlands. There's your tree, your field painting, tree painting. I like the shapes actually of those fields. I don't know if it works in context of the map. It doesn't really sort of like. It doesn't blend in with the environment as well as possibly I'd like it to, but it's still certainly better shapes than we've seen in some maps before. And then over here we have the rugged hills as well. You probably won't be building up there, but you could. Right, have a little look down here. Actually, I quite like this, the sharpness of the slopes here. Give it like a mossy effect to the river's edge. So this area, actually, I quite like. If we skip to another river's area, this area doesn't work. What we have here, you can actually see the clear digitization of where the height map just digs into it. And so, yes, that could be cleaned up a little bit with the smoothing tool. We don't really get that natural river's edge kind of feel to it. We have a vanilla pier over here in terms of detailing, and it's nicely clipped into the environment, but then how do you get down there? How do you get down there? You bring a ladder to get down there? Yeah, so there's a little bit of tiny little bit cleaning up that could be done to that. This is a nice detailed area. Yes, of course, we've got the shipwreck. And the amount of foliage around here really does make this area feel like it is actually alive. And so I like that area there. That kind of works nicely for me. Although the tree detailing around here seems to be done with the prop line tool And you can actually, if you pull back to a point, you can actually see, yeah, the lines a bit curving around here. So yeah, prop line tool detailing, but when you're getting close enough, you can kind of still see it. You can. But still overall, I think that's more a win than it is a defeat for me. It still looks good, that area. And we pull to Start Square. Let's go down to Start Square. We have an asset of the day. And today's asset is a tool one. You may have caught a glimpse of it earlier. It's Penguin Random House Tower by Milgram. Now, it might surprise you that this has nothing to do with bloody Penguin, as best I know, and also nothing to do with the beloved character from the Batman comics. I've been catching up with one of these shows that I never got around to watching, Gotham, and I feel that this show it's held together by the Penguin. It is. If you've not seen Gotham, please, but at least just watch season 1 or the first half of season 1. The casting of the Penguin it's just superb. And hysterical. The casting of Gordon, Jim Gordon, is Commissioner Gordon, as you may know. Oh, factoids. Sorry, getting excited here. Europeans who first came across the giraffe called the animal a camel leopard, thinking it was a cross between a camel and a leopard. Because Europeans be dumb. That's what we are. Penguin Random House Tower by Milgram. Yes, do go check out Gotham if you can. Season 1, just for fun. On Netflix, I think you'll find. By Milgram here. Anyway, off we go. Okay, so we have approached the end of the show. It's snuck right up upon us, which means you now have one task to do. Tell me, what do you think of today's map? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. Hit the I button now in the top right corner of the screen, or the link in the description. It will take you to the voting page where you can vote for free with a Facebook, Gmail, Apple, or a Patreon account. But all that said, what do I think of today's map? Remember, there's a chance for a new record today. Aesthetically, I think it's dark, it's brooding, it's a really nice shape of a map. That's all to be said. It lacks a little bit of polish, which is going to bring the score down a little bit from the high 3, maybe low 4 we could have been looking at. And also, yes, the unlimited tree mod without some of the trees here is not going to look so good. I think I've still got to give it the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to give it 3 stars, but it's going to be a low 3. Detailing, yes, that polishing is mostly in the detailing areas. It's not horrendous. We have got a lot of trees under the road though, and I think that means we're going to have to give it 2 stars. Gameplay potential. Look, it looks soundly playable to me. There's quite a few trees to remove as you're going along, but other than that, it's playable. If it's playable, it's 3 stars. Is it very playable? Not with that amount of trees to remove. So I'm going to go for a high 3. Samara 1 to 2, half size, Acura O is the maker. Oh, we've gone and done it. It's been the stellar week, isn't it? 3 stars every day for aesthetics, 3 stars every day for detail, 3 stars every day for gameplay, and we've still got 2 days to come this week. What about tomorrow? Let me know. Share your thoughts with me. Oh, while you're still here, also share the words of the day into the comments. It's part of a sentence if you can. Score yourself some population points just for fun to prove you are part of the 20 and out elite. And I'll be back tomorrow with another What's Map. Thanks for watching.